You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
Proverbs 28 addresses righteousness and unrighteousness, and in the last several verses, there are three different phrases for a man, a person. I'm reading from the ESV. A faithful man, verse 20. A greedy man, verse 25. And a stingy man, verse 22. So verse 20, faithful, 22, stingy, verse 25, greedy. So a faithful man is one who we would call righteous again. Verse 18, whoever walks in integrity will be delivered, but he who's crooked in his ways will suddenly fall. So faithfulness involves integrity, doing what you say, being honest. Whoever works his land will have plenty of bread. So it speaks here about industry and faithfulness. But whoever follows worthless pursuits will have plenty of poverty. One version speaks about following fantasies. This could be seen as get-rich-quick schemes or just somebody who is constantly doing something that doesn't produce something, not being faithful. But a faithful man, verse 20, will abound with blessings, but whoever hastens to be rich will not go unpunished. And then it says, to show partiality is not good. For a piece of bread a man will do wrong. Verse 22, now we get to the stingy man. A stingy man hastens after wealth and does not know that poverty will come upon him. So stingy here, the unrighteousness of this is that everything for the stingy person in some ways is about their wealth. So they are concerned how much of their money is being used by others, how much of their resource, if they're always getting a fair share. Whoever rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than he who flatters with his tongue. Whoever robs his father or mother and says, that's no transgression, is a companion of the man who destroys. And then it says this, a greedy man stirs up strife, but the one who trusts in the Lord will be enriched. Whoever trusts in his own mind is a fool, but he who walks in wisdom will be delivered. Whoever gives to the poor will not want, but he who hides his eyes will get many a curse. When the wicked rise, people hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase. So here we are back to the theme at the end of the chapter, wicked and righteousness. The wicked people hide themselves when wicked people are put forward. But when they perish, the righteousness increases in the land. And so what we see is there's a choice that each of us makes. Faithfulness, integrity, worthwhile pursuits, or industry is also part of that, or stinginess and greediness. Stinginess here being really just the idea of everything being about wealth and not wanting anyone to take from us what they shouldn't take. And greediness, or what we don't think they should take, greediness is about wanting more and more, and that constantly stirs up strife. And in a culture, again, if we think of this more globally, corporately, greediness stirs up strife, meaning as a nation, as you hear the dialogues about who is entitled to what, instead of people taking personal responsibility, there's an increase, according to Proverbs, in wickedness. Now, there should be generosity among the people of God. That's clearly been taught in Proverbs and other places. But it appears to often be a personal generosity, not something that's mandated by the state through levied fees and taxes and distributed unjustly to people who refuse to work. The generosity is something that the righteous do and disadvantage themselves for the good of others out of a choice and seeing people in legitimate need. And it appears that, at least in Proverbs, that if it were to assess our current economy and approach, that often what we do instead is we say, well, we are giving our resources through governmental programs. And to be righteous is to say, I'll be faithful and full of industry, not stingy, not greedy. And that may even include saying, in essence, I want all of the people in this culture to have an opportunity to work and not providing even a sense of a false floor underneath them. Now, I believe that government assistance can be a very good thing when done properly, and I'm thankful I live in a country that has a safety net. But what righteousness is not simply hiding behind that safety net, but taking responsibility and helping more and more people take that responsibility. And that leads to a society that will thrive and be righteous.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.